Hey guys, ColdBlueLight here. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to share with you something I've been working on. It's a mod for the game Open Arena. Open Arena is a first-person shooter based on the Quake 3 engine, and it's free to play, so anyone can go out and download a copy and give it a try. But this mod aims to update Open Arena by replacing some of the older artwork and models with newer ones, and also some of the sounds and, if I can get it, music, with the overall goal being of putting a fresh coat of paint on the game to help keep it alive and just to make it look a little bit nicer. So let's go ahead and hop over into it. I'm running Salient OS, a variant of Arch Linux. So let's terminal in real fast and .x86, fire it up, roll that beautiful Quake footage. Anyway, so this version is slightly different from the one that is on my GitHub. I'll put the link down in the description for you guys to download and play. But this is like local version, so it's not going to be quite the same as the one that you would download if you do download it. For example, I've updated the main menu with a newer model to make it look nicer. Well, I think it looks nicer. I like how it looks anyway. So that's got a new model. Let's look at some of the changes that are going to be available to you. In the single player and multiplayer, there's been new medals added that affect in-game events like victories, double kills, and gauntlet kills. I've also updated the nightmare mode icon to be just a little bit more interesting. I fixed the default one and it didn't have like bullet holes punched completely through, so I updated that and updated the texture as well. Anywho, let's move on. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and turn down the volume, as I've already recorded this video once and I did not realize just how loud some of the map noise sound effects were. So from now on it'll just be my dulcet tone. Hopefully it's not too bad. Anyhow, let's jump over to the next change. I've updated 42, possibly more, but I remember for a fact 42 map textures that affect the following maps: Blitzkrieg, 08DM3, and Lava Arena, and any other maps that share some of the same textures, because a lot of textures are shared across maps in game. So let's take a look at Blitzkrieg real quick, and I'll show you immediately some of the more obvious changes, which is the concrete textures here. The rivets have been updated. And it's not like I went whack and made completely new stuff. I just touched up the textures here. Everything got a fresh new update on it to kind of brighten it up and to kind of clean up some of the stuff around it. I've updated the fog texture outside. Like I said, these rivet textures are new, concrete's new. Upstairs is where it affects mostly. I didn't get to edit the blue base texture yet because it's in a whole other file for some odd reason, but that's on my to-do list. When I get around to it, I'll update it as well. So let's go ahead and head upstairs. All these textures have been cleaned up. All the red base textures, the emblem, etc. on the wall has been cleaned up. Cleaned up these little caution tape metal textures and these little metal textures inside of here. And there's the newest model, the current one I'm working on, the nail gun replacement. Unfortunately, the texture is not loading in right now, and it's probably because I've done something that the game doesn't like, but I'm not sure what I've done. But yeah, this is the new nail gun model. It updates and replaces the old one. On my to-do list is to also update, like I said, the sound effects and other little things when I get around to it. But yeah, I just cleaned up stuff, and like I said, it wasn't anything major. It's mostly just a little simple sharpening pass inside of GIMP to make stuff look not so blurry where it was really bad, and also color corrected some of the other things to kind of brighten it and even it out in places, or make it pop more if I could. It's just little simple changes for this mod. Let's take a look at one that it definitely does affect heavily, and that's OADM3. And also, I updated the main menu, the main in-game menu background to be a little bit nicer instead of the old default Quake looking one. Like I said, Open Arena is a mod based in the Quake 3 engine. It aims to replace Quake 3 and provide a way for people without the game to play it. So this mod I'm making on top of the mod updates Open Arena to have newer stuff. So anyway, I'm repeating myself, but let's move on to the next one, OADM3. This map I think looks fantastic with the changes, especially the new textures outside, the new grass texture down here on the ground, and I love the interior computer I'm about to show you guys here. It's weird that I spawned on the ledge. Last time I spawned inside by the computer. Like I said, I've had to shoot this video twice now because of audio issues. But yeah, this is the new courtyard area with the new textures on it. I think it looks quite nice compared to the old. Pretty much everything in this map got updated. New rust textures, new cleanup textures. I've cleaned them all up. It's kind of difficult for me to explain what I'm talking about here, but basically, like I said, I've done a pass in GIMP to remove some of the you know, artifacting left over from old software used to create this, and you know, I try to keep everything in line with how it looked before, so it didn't really get touched with a brush. It was more or less touched with some filters, just to clean things up a bit. Okay, so yeah, the interior of the base here, all this new great textures. The lights I didn't have to change. It's just kind of a bonus of updating the textures and made things look a little bit nicer with the lighting. The computer room here I absolutely love. All the computer terminal textures got updated. They got cleaned up. I believe I even cleaned up the monitor textures to make them a little bit brighter and more readable. Not that you could read them in the first place. I mean, that text is kind of small, but you know what I mean. The computer ribbon texture I especially like because it shows up on a couple of other maps and it looks quite good running around on conduit pieces in the background. But yeah, that's just some small changes that I've made to Open Arena so far. Let's put some bots in here and I'll show you guys. Let's not do Nightmare. Let's just put them on Hurt Me Plenty for now. This is, I think, a free-for-all. Yeah, it's DM mode, so they should immediately start attacking me, and we can check out some of the in-game medal changes. Like I said, I've updated almost all the icons in the game. There's a new chat icon, and AndrewBot was trying to talk some crap there. There we go. Let's find where the bots are hiding. Oh, one's invisible. And I updated their difficulty icon for the scoreboard too. So that's good that I got fragged there, because I forgot about that the last time I was filming. Like I said, pretty much every icon was updated in the entire game, including chat, frags, flag captures. Man, I'm having bad luck. I need to find me a better weapon. Flag captures, frags. Lots of different things got changed. I wonder if I can gauntlet this guy. Yeah! Nice. Yeah, I mean, I love Open Arena. There's one of the new double kill icons. I guess I got a double there. You know, a rocket launcher. Anyway, you guys should try Open Arena. It's free. But let's take a look at Blender now. And I'll show you the nail gun model how it was supposed to look. I don't know why it's not rendering its texture correctly in games. Like I said, something I've probably done. But I'm also looking into maybe migrating Open Arena into another engine. I was thinking the Tesseract engine, because that would be modern C++. I wouldn't have to deal with Quake's QVM. But that's just something for later. For now, I just want to update as much as I can. I had to go back and get 2.79 of Blender for this. This is the current MD3 model for the nail gun replacement. Now, in my original file, which is somewhere floating along my hard drive, I can't remember exactly where, it has fancy effects on it like transparency, etc. But after it didn't fail to load, it just didn't load correctly, so I had to go back and edit it down and remove some stuff, and it's still not loading correctly. But this is what it's supposed to look like, and we'll take a look at it rendered real fast. So here we go. To the engine, it kind of looks like this. You can sort of see the transparency effects working a little bit, but not quite. Not the way it's supposed to. If I can find the original file real fast, let me take a quick dig through my recent files, because I've worked on this thing for several hours over the past 2 to 3 days. I think it was, nope. I moved some files around, it doesn't like it, but same for this one. This is another variant of it, trying to fix the texture issue, but again, it doesn't quite render correctly, but that's fine. I'll eventually figure this out, or I'll move on to working on other stuff. But yeah, that's the nail gun. The basic idea I got from what it was supposed to be was some sort of like a frost gun, because if you fire it in game right now, it sounds like it's shooting icicles. And it also had this weird blue texture on the original nail gun, so I updated all that and gave it something to hopefully reflect it more. If I can ever get it working, I can change it around, but that's something I'm working on, just one thing at a time. And now we'll come to Tesseract. I had a very nice map. I ported a version of OADM 3, or my own version of it, over into Tesseract, but for some reason it's missing, and I can't show you guys that. I've been digging around my hard drive for the past hour. I can't find it. Don't know what happened to it, but I'll show you guys the Tesseract engine anyway. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tesseract is based on the Cube 2 engine and the Cube series of games Sarabatan. Now, Cube has a really interesting feature built into it, and that's a live map editor, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that really fast. I absolutely love it, and I think it's probably a good candidate to move Open Arena over into, since it's in C+. And I know a little bit of C+, more than I know C, which is what Quake's QVM, this little virtual machine that runs inside of Quake 3, uses, which I've had an absolute horrible time trying to do anything with, but that's probably due to my lack of knowledge and not being able to find the right information. But we'll take a look at Complex. This is one of the default maps, and you know what, while I'm thinking about it, I'll go ahead and turn this one down too, because I remember this was way too loud last time. Let's go ahead and lower the volume on. There we go. Everything, even the music. Nice. Alright, so this is Tesseract, and it's a modern game engine, so it sports neat things like lighting and, particle effects, just like, every other game engine you would expect. With the exception of one very neat thing, you can jump in at any time, with the exception being live games, and edit the map that you're in. Now, I don't want to edit this map because this is kind of like my my basic map for seeing if stuff's working out correctly. But let's go ahead and jump back real fast into the map browser. Maybe this is one I made earlier to show you guys. Anyway, we'll jump into another map. This is one I made earlier as a replacement, hoping to get my old map back, but since that's not going to happen, I'll just show you guys what I mean by live editing. So as you saw earlier, I can switch between live and gameplay with the push of a button, and I can also bring up a menu to just add things into the game, like this jump pad here, without having to recompile or close the game. So it's kind of like Halo's Forge, but a bit on steroids in that regard. Besides lowering map objects, you can also raise them to create, your own MC Escher world if that's what you're after. You can texture things from here as well. Let's go ahead and let's see. I think metal. And we'll go ahead and drag this out so it fills the entire wall with our metal. Yeah, just like that. We have textures, we have jump pads, and little stuff like that. And it's really simple. Just you saw how fast that was. But that's what makes me think it's a great candidate for moving Open Arena over into, because one, it would still maintain the freeness and openness of Open Arena, but add a new set of tools that wasn't reliant and dependent on Quake 3's kind of aging stuff. Quake 3 still gets updated like crazy, don't get me wrong. People love Quake 3. I love Quake 3. I enjoy playing it, especially multiplayer when I get the chance. But working with it is kind of getting difficult. And on top of that, I'm not entirely sure how much longer. Well, I mean, I guess you could keep maintaining compatibility with it for as long as people are interested, but I've had difficulty just getting simple information like what I need to change to fix my texture, for example. I've had trouble because I could just be looking in the wrong place. But if I'm having that much trouble with just the basic building bits of what you need for a game, you know, the models, coding is going to be a definite nightmare, especially because, like I said, it's using QVM. I'm sure there's some people out there that disagree with me, and that's fine. I'm just I'm not that great of a programmer. I've been programming for a while, and I feel like there's always more that I don't know than what I do know. But it being in C++ definitely makes it a prime candidate for moving Open Arena over into, for me, because it'd be easier for me to work with and easier to distribute and get other people to make their own stuff in. Plus, it's just daggum fun. I mean, look at that. This is dang cool. In just a matter of minutes, I made this little hut thing, you know, jump pad. And you can add bots and players and things. And this makes it really extendable so that you can add your own stuff to it. And plus, I could keep my assets under the GPL so that everyone could use the assets in their own games and even use it in Open Arena and in other places. So it's a win-win. This engine is open source under the zlib license, I think. So yeah, man, I love it. I'd probably use it. You guys should definitely check out Open Arena, and if you want to, check out Tesseract or Cube 2 and give them a play. They are both excellent games and engines alike. And anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go from there. I just wanted to update you on what I've been working on. I appreciate you staying with me. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Share it with your friends. Leave comments down below telling me what you think. And I'll see you guys next time.